be home. The throw in from Bisham, got him! An RBI double from Tavern Blanton puts the Knights on top. The Creekside Knights are district champions. Welcome to Creekside High School and Freedom Field, where we are getting set for action between the Knights and the Winter Park Wildcats. Hello everyone, I'm Noah Schlick, bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. We have reached the state tournament and the regional quarterfinals, a rematch of last year's regional quarterfinal matchup where Winter Park ended up mercy ruling Creekside in 5 innings by a score of 10-0, but the Knights with home field advantage tonight. In fact, for the first time since 2016 in the state playoffs, can they take advantage of that and turn the tide from last year? The Knights come out starting a freshman on the mound for the second straight year. It's Gavin Dupre getting the start for Creekside, going up against the experienced senior in Jake Eisert for Winter Park. Dupre coming off of a phenomenal appearance against Sandalwood in the district semifinals, in which he went 6 2/3 innings without allowing a run, was pulled for that final out after allowing 2 hits and a walk with 2 outs in the 7th. But he's feeling good. He was up here with us in the booth for a little bit during pregame, and he feels loose, he feels confident, and this Creekside team replicating similar feelings out there on the field. They are ready to go, they are confident, and they want to get that first playoff win in exactly 3 years when they beat Winter Springs on the road. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem ahead of today's game.
Creekside High School welcome you to Freedom Field for the regional tournament competition in the 2024 FHSAA Class 7A Baseball Championship. The FHSAA reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show this evening as you watch tonight's game. This is a regional quarterfinal contest between the Winter Park Wildcats and the Creekside Knights. Now let's meet the teams. First, for the Winter Park Wildcats, visitors on the scoreboard with a record of 13 wins and 12 losses, they're non-starters. Number 2, Josh Heckendorf. Number 4, Carter Smith. Number 5, Cole Blaylock. Number 7, Jacob Sams. Number 9, Kevin Neff. Number 13, Palmer Edwards. Number 18, Isaiah Rivera Sanchez. Number 20, Dylan Smalley. Number 21, Jeremy Maldonado. Number 22, Jackson Fryer. Number 24, Joed Martin Hernandez. And number 27, Mac Madsen. And now the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Leading off in center field, number 15, Jacob Butts. Batting second, the second baseman, number 1, Hayden Montanez. Batting third, tonight's pitcher, number 6, Jake Eisert. The cleanup hitter is the right fielder, number 16, Skylar Jersey. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 17, Isaac Incinelli. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 3, Michael Hebert. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 10, Chase Carney. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 25, Gavin Gonzalez. Batting ninth, the first baseman, number 23, Ryder Simon. And the third baseman, number 8, Davis Peters. Assistant coaches, Dave Constantino, Tom Peck, Frank Severino, Mike Weckerly, and Jason Hurd. And in his 6th year as the head coach of the Wildcats, Mr. Sid Cash. And now for your Creekside Knights, the home team on the scoreboard with a record of 17 wins and 10 losses, your non-starters. Number 2, Aiden Benechek. Number 4, Nick Romeo. Number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Number 9, Drew Williams. Number 10, Matthew Bishop. Number 12, Jackson Kane. Number 13, Gavin Strunk. Number 15, Roman Baselli. Number 16, Quinn Wilfong. Number 18, Hunter Zimmerman. Number 21, Josh Huber. And number 24, Hudson Hyatt. And now, the starting lineup for your Creekside Knights. Leading off in center field, number 20, Sean Ashenfelder. Batting second, the third baseman, number 1, Parker Morton. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 19, Carson McFarland. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 6, Michael Bysham. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 14, Adam Harvey. Batting seventh, tonight's designated hitter, number 7, Tavern Blanson. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 17, Zach Jackson. Batting ninth, our second baseman, number 3, Connor Belizic. And climbing the bump to pitch this evening for the Creekside Knights, number 23, Gavin Dupre. Assistant coaches, Chris Angelo, Darren Lester, Tony Mazzio, and Robbie McCluskey. And in his 7th year as the head coach of the Creekside Knights, Mr. Chris King. Your umpires for tonight's game: at first base, Greg Wilson; at third base, John Crenshaw; behind the plate, Mike Zafuto; and our alternate official, Mr. Mike Stewart. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. We invite you to stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time for some state playoff baseball here on Schlick Sports. Let's start off by taking a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First up with the visiting Winter Park Wildcats in their batting order. Leading things off, Jacob Butts, followed by Hayden Montanez and Jake Eisert, the pitcher. Skylar Jersey, the right fielder, going to be cleaning things up, followed by Isaac Incinelli and Michael Abear. Chase Carney, the left fielder, batting 7th, followed by Gavin Gonzalez and Ryder Simon. Out on the field for the Creekside Knights, Zach Jackson in left with Sean Ashenfelder in center, Michael Bysham out in right. Ty Martineau, the shortstop, with Connor Belizic at second in the middle infield. Hot corner, Parker Morton, and over at first, Adam Harvey. Behind the plate is Carson McFarland, and out on the mound, Gavin Dupre, the freshman, getting the start here in the regional quarterfinals. Dupre coming off of a masterful performance against Sandalwood, in which he nearly tossed a complete game shutout, ended up going 6 2/3 in that shutout victory. He's appeared in 8 games, starting 5 of them, gone 32 2/3 on the mound with a 3-2 record and an ERA at 0.86 and a whip under 1 as well. He does a nice job of keeping guys off the bases, forcing weak contact, and gets good amount of strikeouts in there as well for a freshman. He's had a very impressive season for any class. He's had a very impressive season out there, getting the job done on the mound. And a lot of trust being shown by head coach Chris King, giving him the ball here in round one of the state playoffs. The umpires in tonight's game, behind the plate, Mike Zaffuto, Greg Wilson over at first, and John Crenshaw at third. Our alternate ump for tonight is Mike Stewart, as Jacob Butts, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. We are just about ready for action here at Freedom Field. Butts has been phenomenal this year, the junior, batting .366, on-base percentage at .423, and that first pitch came inside, nearly hit him, and we are underway. Time of first pitch, 7:04 Eastern Time. There's a strike, 1-1 on the junior center fielder. It's a hot one out here at Creekside tonight. 87 degrees with the wind blowing in at 6 miles per hour, gusts up to 12. So hot out here. It was 92, I believe, when I got here around 4:40-ish. Winter Park was already here. They got here very early. I walked into the broadcast booth, and Gavin Dupre was up here in the air conditioning trying to stay cool ahead of his start. We'll see if that pays off. Ground ball, back to Dupre. Steps on the bag himself, one away. So quickly, one retired.
Next
that brings up Montanez.
Second baseman number 1, Hayden Montanez.
If you recall this game last year, all Winter Park came away with the 10-0 mercy rule in 5. That was a Creekside team that was kind of stumbling, surviving, and then that officially finished the job as there's a grounder out to short, and Martineau gloves it. There's 2 away in the first inning. Jake Eisert, the next one up.
Now batting with 2 away, the pitcher, number 6, Jake Eisert.
In that game, Winter Park, phenomenal with the bats throughout. But especially in that first 2 innings is where they really created the separation. 7 runs in the first, 2 in the second. Line drive, right center field. That one is going to drop. Eisert rounding first. He's going for 2. Bisham picks up the ball. Eisert is going to try for third base. Martineau throws. It is not in time. It's a 2-out triple for Jake Eisert, the pitcher, setting things up well for the cleanup hitter, Skylar Jersey. Eisert has been phenomenal this year. Not only on the mound has he been great, but he leads Winter Park in all offensive categories. His 3rd triple of the season. And that brings up Jersey, batting .304, second on the team, behind guess who, with 16 RBIs. First pitch swinging, it's a slow chopper back up the middle. It is off the glove of Belzik, wasn't gonna get him anyway. 1-0 Winter Park in the first inning.
That's all right, Gavin, here we go.
Now batting the shortstop.
Winter Park has been hot lately.
Incinelli.
Started the season off at 3-8. Went 1-5 in the month of February, then kind of got things going. They've won 5 of their last 7. Faced some really good teams lately, beat some really good teams, came close against Boone in the district semis. Pop up, foul ground, third base side. Morton in pursuit, runs out of room. A 1-1 count on Incinelli.
Here you go, Gab.
Little 2-out rally for Winter Park has got him on the board here in the first. Line drive, right field, and right at Michael Bisham for out number 3. 1 run scores in the first inning for the Wildcats. We'll see how Creekside responds when we return on Schlick Sports. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Time now to take a look at the starting lineup for the Creekside Knights. They are led off by Sean Aschenfelder, followed by Parker Morton and Ty Martineau. Carson McFarland batting cleanup, followed by Michael Bysham and Adam Harvey. 7, 8, 9 for the Knights. Tavern Blanzett, Zach Jackson, and Connor Belozic. If the Knights are going to have success on offense tonight, it's going to come from the heart of the order. You start 3 through 7 on here. Martineau, McFarland, Bysham, Harvey, Blanzett. You're going to need production from them. And, of course, Aschenfelder at the top of the order when he gets on. That is dangerous for opposing teams. Out on the mound for Winter Park, Jake Eisert came through with the 2-out triple and scored a run in the top half of the inning. Now getting the start in the bottom half. He's been great on the mound so far this year. 4 appearances, 17 innings pitched, got a 2-0 record and an ERA at 0.82. He actually appeared in that game against Creekside last year, ended up going 2 innings, allowing 1 hit, no runs, struck out 2, facing 7 batters.
Sean Aschenfelder.
So Aschenfelder to lead things off for the Knights. Had a 7-game hit streak snapped in that game against Bartram Trail. Comes into this one hitting .356, pops it up on the first pitch, foul ground. It is caught by Eisert, 1 away. Parker Morton, the 2-hole hitter, next up, and let's take a look at the fielding alignment for Winter Park. Chase Carney out in left with Jacob Butts in center, Skylar Jersey in right. On the infield, Peters, Incinelli, Montanez, and Simon moving left to right. Behind the plate, Michael Abar. And on the mound, Jake Eisert. First pitch ball to Parker Morton. Been pulled up at the plate in recent games, but now will be a good time to get something going. Getting the start at third base. He was hot at the start of the year. Mentioned he's cooled up recently. On a 1-2 count right here. Full windup. Down and in, 2-2. Mentioned that Winter Park has been hot lately. Creekside as well, when sent of their last 8 home games. Won 10 of their last 13 as Morton flies out to right, 2 gone, and that brings up Martineau.
The shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau.
You saw Winter Park put together a nice little 2-out rally in the top half of the inning. We'll see if Creekside can replicate some of that 2-out magic today. Called strike on Martineau, 0-1. An early advantage for Winter Park. As Martineau takes a ball, 1-1. Got another nice crowd out here at Creekside High School. Winter Park traveling well, and the Creekside bleachers packed. A lot of Creekside students in attendance. The softball team Take a look there at the shot we can get, that first base side. 2-2 count on Martineau. Swings, chops one, back up the middle. Montanez fields, throws on to first. Close, but he got him by a step for out number 3. Knights down in order in the first. They trail by 1. We play on to the second.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Top of the second inning now on Schlick Sports as Michael A. Bear gets ready to lead things off. For the Winter Park Wildcats, they lead 1-0. The start of the second inning, A. Bear, the catcher, batting 6th. It's A. Bear, Carney, Gonzalez coming up. He bloops one into left field. That one is caught by Zach Jackson.
Now batting
One
away,
away.
the left fielder number 10, Chase Carney.
Chase Carney, the next one up. The left fielder batting 190, 5 RBIs on the season. Takes strike one on the curveball. It's a big-time weapon for Dupre when he can locate that curveball and changeup. Finding the zone with those pitches, gets a lot of swings and misses and a lot of looking strikes as well. One thing Dupre mentioned to me in pregame was just getting out of the first inning. He feels like he really settles in after that. The first inning, for as long as he can remember, has been a little bit of an issue for him, and it hasn't really been the case this year. Obviously, a little 2-out rally there in the first, got a run across, but feels like he settles in, finds his stuff most of the time after that first inning. Off to a nice start here in the second. Full windup and the pitch. Up high, 1-2. That fastball you see in the mid-80s. Curveball, line drives, base hit.
Now batting for the
Hanging
Wildcats,
curve right there
designated hitter number
leads to
25,
the one-out
Gavin
single.
Gonzalez.
Gavin Gonzalez, the DH. Next up for Winter Park. First pitch swinging, it's a fly ball, center field. Ashenfelder moving to his right, makes the catch. 2 away, and both those outs coming on the
Now batting
first
with
pitch
2
of the
away,
at-bats.
First baseman number 23, Ryder Simon.
Ryder Simon, the first baseman, next up. Batting in the 9 spot for Winter Park. Quick pickoff move to first and back safely is Chase Carney. Not a Winter Park team that's going to steal a ton of bases, but right here, pitch little skips away from McFarland to the backstop, and that allows Carney to get into scoring position with 2 outs. Saw the middle infielders come in. Talk real fast with Dupre on the mound. Simon batting 182, the freshman with 6 RBIs this year. Fastball away. 2-0 count on Ryder Simon. Dupre set. Fires. Slow chopper to third, fielded by Morton. Throws across the diamond for out number 3. Little action on the bases, but no problem this time for Gavin Dupre. Still 1-0 Wildcats as we play on to the bottom of the second.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Bottom of the second inning now on Schlick Sports, as up for the Knights. Heart of the order. 4, 5, 6, McFarland, Harvey, and Bysham. Not in that order. It goes McFarland, Bysham, Harvey. Led off by McFarland, trying to get something going, get some damage done. Getting the start at catcher, where he's kind of slid in with, pause that thought, fly ball left field, going to retire McFarland. I was going to say that he's kind of slid right back into that role with ease. It had been a few years since he was last a consistent catcher on this team, but due to some injury needs, he's slid right back into that role and did a nice job behind the plate. Right there, retired on the fly out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Exactly what the doctor ordered, as Jake Eisert off to a nice start. Not many pitches early on, as a curveball called strike inside on Michael Bysham. Creekside hoping for a longer second inning, as Eisert set him down 1-2-3 in the first. The 0-2 to Bysham. Takes a pitch that is close, misses away, 1-2. That was just pitch 15 from Jake Eisert. Bysham sends this one opposite way, gloved at second. Montanez makes the play. 2 gone in the second inning, and that brings up Adam Harvey. Team leader in batting average, hitting .389, getting on base at the .405 mark. Looking to get on base, get something going for the Creekside Knights. Ball in the dirt, 1-0. This one of 3 regional games in the Jacksonville area tonight. Inside pitch, strike on Adam Harvey. One's caught him fishing down low. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 away in the second inning. Eisert adjusts his sleeve out on the mound, then rocking back and forth as he gets the sign, fires, down low, 2-2. Winter Park comes into this one with a record of 13-12. Mentioned that they have been playing some really good baseball lately, getting hot at the right time as Harvey rips one down the left field line. He is taking the turn, going for two, and he will get in there with a two-out double. First hit and base runner for the Creekside Knights, and Adam Harvey gives the Knights fans a little something to cheer about in the second inning.
Next up for your
Up to the plate, Tavern Blanzett.
designated hitter number 7.
He had the
Tavern Blanzett.
go-ahead hit, a double against Bartram Trail, which put the Knights on top. Proved to be the deciding factor in that district championship game, the Knights' first district championship win since 2016.
Hit him.
Come up big a few times this year at the plate. More than a few occasions, 29 at-bats, 10 RBIs for Tavern Blanzett. And these guys going back-to-back, Harvey and Blanzett, hoping to yield some runs for the Creekside Knights tonight. Fouls one away, out of play, 1-1. The 1-1 offering to Blanzett is ripped down the left field line. It is curling foul. 1-2. The Knights DH with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs. Down by 1. Creekside hitters batting .319 this year with runners in scoring position. Only one chance here. 2 outs. Chop foul stays alive. Tavern Blanzett battling. Pitch number 5 in this at-bat coming up. Izert set, fires. Taken low, ball 2. That double from Adam Harvey with 2 outs, brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. All Knights doubles brought to you by the good folks at Triple Crown Fence. Two-two, skied down the left field line. Under it is Carney. He makes the catch to end the inning. Good battle from Blanzett after the double from Harvey, but unable to bring him home. Still 1-0 Wildcats after 2 on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Start of the third inning now in this regional quarterfinals broadcast on Schlick Sports. 1, 2, 3 coming up for the Wildcats. Butts, Montanez, and Isert. First pitch, swinging. It is into right and down for a base hit in front of Michael Bysham. 1 on, nobody out. Gavin Dupre, the freshman,
That'll bring up the
of course,
second
getting the
baseman,
start
number
in this
1,
game.
David Montanez.
Been very good for the Knights this year, and one thing I've noticed about just observing him in his pregame routine of starts, especially here at home, asked him ahead of the Sandalwood game because I noticed him just kind of walking around outside the field. Say he likes to go on those walks just to keep himself moving, stay loose. Doesn't really like sitting in place ahead of those starts. He goes ahead, does that, starts stretching, working out. About an hour to first pitch. Works with his catcher, plays catch, throws bullpen and goes. Always got an AirPod in as well. Says he's normally a country guy. Listens to country music all the time except for game days where he listens to rap. Just gets him going. Quick pickoff move and back safely is Butts, and Matt Bysham reporting to the bullpen for the Creekside Knights. First in relief. A close ball game. Good curveball from Dupre. Doesn't get the call. 2-0. That's one I feel like Zaffato has been calling for the most part on that inside corner in this game. Doesn't get it there on the off-speed pitch. Gets a called strike, 2-1. 1 on, nobody out. I think that's the 4th pickoff move from Gavin Dupre. Keeping the leadoff man close at first base. Line drive, left center field. That's trouble. It is down in the gap. Aschenfelder picks it up, throws it to the cutoff man. They are sending Butts home, and he will score. It is 2-0 Wildcats.
It's all right, Gav. Here we go.
RBI double for Montanez. And that brings up Iser. Chris King going to go out there, talk to Gavin Dupre. I do not think this is a pitching change. No move to Bysham in the bullpen. Definitely a shorter leash than usual in these playoff games, and Winter Park seeing seeing Dupre well, and Bysham in the bullpen got the start against them last year, was sent back to the dugout in less than an inning, if I'm recalling correctly.
Now batting for the Wildcats.
Was only able to go a third of an inning
Number
last
6,
year, allowing
Jake Iser.
5 runs. Isert up to the plate. Isert tripled back in the first. Lines one to center. Aschenfelder under it, makes the catch. They are sending Montanez to third. It is a beautiful throw that got him. A double play. A big one for the Creekside Knights. They're fired up on the infield and in the outfield. A beautiful throw from the quarterback, Sean Aschenfelder.
Now batting with 2 away, the right fielder, number 16, Skylar Jersey.
And that's a big one for Creekside when you don't really have too much going your way in this ball game. They're fired up. Skylar Jersey, the next one up, and if Dupre can get this out, that can be a potential turning point in this ball game. Close pitch, 1-1. McCray puts one in the dirt, bounces it to McFarland, who tries to frame it. Good effort. Never give up. The 2-1. And there's strike two. Jersey was one of two returning players who recorded an RBI in that game against Creekside last year. He had two, singled in the run back in the first. 2-2 pitch, chopped to Belizik, and that will do it for the third inning. Winter Park gets one, but the double play on the flyout. And then the ground out ends the inning. It's 2-0 Wildcats when we return on Schlick Sports.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Left fielder, number 17, Zach Jackson.
8-9-1 coming up for the Knights in the bottom of the third, and Zach Jackson, Connor Belizik trying to set the table for Aschenfelder in the top of the order. Knights got a double off of Eisert with 2 outs in the second. They could not bring Adam Harvey home. After a nice end to the third inning, despite giving up a run, you feel like that inning was a win for the Creekside Knights. Get a leadoff single, a double with nobody out. You got 1 run in, a runner in scoring position, then fly out to center. Aschenfelder able to gun out. Hayden Montanez trying for third for the double play, then a quick ground out. Gives the Knights something to build off of, and Chris King gathered the team out in front of the dugout, gave him a speech, seeing a lot of nodding heads and claps coming out of the huddle. Doesn't seem like they're too panicked down there in the dugout. And that's big, just trying to stay calm and stay in the moment. Still got good energy in there. 2-2 count on Jackson. Takes a close pitch. Now 3-2. That one, I think, could have been called strike 3, but might have come down and missed low. The 3-2 offering. Down low, ball 4. Jackson walks. Some words to the dugout, leadoff man on, and that brings up Connor Belizik.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights.
Belizik
Baseman number 3,
back in the
Connor
starting lineup
Belizik.
for the first time in a couple games. Was last in the lineup for the regular season finale. And illness kept him out of the starting rotation for the district tournament. Takes a fastball down the middle, 0-1. The Knights kind of tampered down their aggressiveness on the base paths recently, but if they're going to send someone, Zach Jackson near the top of the list on guys who they'd send. This one down the left field line, that's trouble. Jackson is heading for third. Belizik to second. Jackson rounding third, heading for home. Throw cut off, he will score! It's 2-1 on the RBI double from Connor Belizik. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. That is a big one for Connor Belizik and the Creekside Knights. You cut that lead in half, Still nobody out, and a runner in scoring position for the top of the order. Absolutely huge in the bottom of the third. Ashenfelder, the next one up. Popped out on the first pitch he saw back in the first inning. Batting .356 heading into the night with 15 RBIs. Takes a pitch at the knees, strike one. Right here just looking to put it in play. Advance Belichick forward for Parker Morton at the very least. The 0-1. Outside, ball and a strike. A leadoff walk and an RBI double got the inning started for Creekside. Belichick out on second. Pickoff move, he is back in time. Jake Eisert has a career ERA at 1.15 in 3 years at the high school varsity level. Ground ball sharply to short, throw to first is in time. It advances Belichick to third on the play. So one out and a run just 90 feet away for Parker Morton.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights, third baseman number 1, Parker Morton.
Morton with 3 RBIs on the season. Trying to bring home the tying run, infield in for the Wildcats. Back into the full windup. Jake Eisert. Time called. Eisert coming off of a nice start against Boone. Went 4 1/3. 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Line drive, right center field. That is down to tie the game. Parker Morton comes through. Back even at 2 at Freedom Field.
Now batting for the Creekside Knights.
How big is that? Not just for Creekside, but for Parker Morton, a guy who seemingly couldn't buy a hit recently, and in a big-time spot right there. Sends one the opposite way. Great contact. Drops it in for an RBI single. Just like that. Back tied. Martineau, McFarland, Bisham coming up behind Morton. One on, one out, 2 in. Pickoff move, Morton back in time. That pitch probably should have been called a strike. Might have missed high. Those high pitches are sometimes tough to tell from up here. Martineau held up and now showing bunt with 2-0. Pulls back. In motion is Morton. Throw down to second. A good one. He is out. Parker Morton caught stealing for out number 2. Nice play from Michael Abear behind the plate. I think if you're going to send him right there, you got to at least try to bunt. Now 2-1 on Martineau. Ground ball up the middle. Well, the good news is that probably would have been a double play ball, so it wouldn't have mattered in the end. But Creekside does tie us up, plating 2 in the bottom of the third. Brand new ball game entering the 4th on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Time for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Vasselli Agency. Matt Bisham on for Gavin Dupre in the fourth inning. Trying to shake off that outing against Winter Park last year, where he got rocked. Not the fondest of memories against the Wildcats for Bisham. Looking to kind of avenge that. Out of the bullpen. One on the 5-hole hitter Isaac Incinelli. Bisham coming off with a really nice game against Bartram Trail in the district championship. A 1-2 count on the Wildcat shortstop. For Bisham, just his third appearance out of the bullpen this season. 1-2, chopped out to short, and Martineau Fields throw to first in time, one away.
Next up for the Wildcats, the catcher, number 3,
that brings up Michael Hebert. Drove in a run in that game last year. Flew out to left to lead off the second inning. Pitch misses just high on Hebert. 1-0. Bisham will give you a sinker, slider, and a changeup. Look at the slider right there. Goes to it again, misses inside, 2-1. Two-one offering, chopped out to second. Belzic gonna have to make a quick throw, and he got him. 2 up, 2 down to start the fourth. That brings up Chase Carney.
Now batting with 2 away, the left fielder number 10, Chase Carney.
Carney singled back in the second inning. To recap how we've gotten to this point, Winter Park got 1 run across in each the first inning and the third. Creekside had just 1 hit through the first 2 innings. And then the 8 and 9 hole hitters, Jackson and Belzic, came up big. A walk to lead off the third inning for Jackson. Belzic drove him in on an RBI double into the left field corner. Then Parker Morton with 1 out went the opposite way to bring Belzic home. 2-1 count on Chase Carney. Down the left field line, it's a fair ball. They could send Carney to second. They are going to test the arm of Zach Jackson. It's a good throw. He is safe. A close play out at second base. John Crenshaw calls him safe. He looks like he got under the tag. The throw beat him. Belzic couldn't apply the tag. Looking back at it on the great instant replay machine that we don't have, but have the stream on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like he was just safe as Belzic tried to apply the tag on the chest, and as he did, the arms came right on either side of the glove, allowing him to reach safely. Good call out there by Crenshaw. The 2-0. Opposite way, right at Parker Morton for out number 3. So a 2-out double turns to nothing for the Wildcats. It is still 2-2 going into the bottom of the 4th.
There's a great opportunity.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Bottom of the 4th inning now on Schlick Sports as Carson McFarland steps up. 4-5-6 coming up for the Knights in a 2-2 ball game. Jake Eisert suffered some damage for the first time in that 3rd inning on the RBI double from Belzic and RBI single from Morton. McFarland, an 0-1 count. Takes up above the belt. 1-1. Good little back and forth battle thus far. No real edge for either side. Halfway through this ball game, and it could really go either way. 2-1 now on McFarland. This just the 2nd time these teams have ever met. Of course, that other matchup, last year's regional quarterfinal contest, in which we've probably covered enough in this broadcast. That was Winter Park's first state playoff game that they won since 2014. Pitch inside, almost hit McFarland 3-2. And the Wildcats ended up riding that win, taking the regional semifinal game and advancing to the regional finals. Pitch inside on McFarland. A leadoff walk in the 4th. So 1 on, nobody out. And it looks like Josh Huber coming out to run for McFarland. Jake Eisert, not a fan of that call, but looked pretty inside from here. You can see that inside has kind of been going either way throughout the game. Some are getting called on that inside corner, some are not. Right there, Eisert doesn't get the call on the mound. Looks to be a ball, though. from up here. Showing bunt. Bisham gets it down the first base line, fielded by Eisert. He will tag out Michael Bisham. That advances Huber to scoring position.
Now batting with one away.
And that brings up Adam Harvey, who doubled in the second.
Harvey.
Up in the bullpen for Winter Park is Jacob Sams. He's been good. Another senior out there. First pitch to Harvey, fouled down the left field side. Jacob Sams, who's in the bullpen, leads this Winter Park team by far in innings pitched with 35 2/3. Got an ERA at 2.36. Thought we might see him start this game, but after a rough outing against Boone, Eisert was the one who won that start. Adam Harvey trying to give Creekside the lead in the fourth. Takes strike. 0-2.
Go Harp.
0-2 count on the Creekside first baseman. One out, one on. Eisert set. Fires. Up high, 1-2. Creekside has 3 hits in this game, 2 of them doubles, and 1 of them from Adam Harvey. Had 2 other men reach, both via the walk. The 1-2 pitch. That one is through into right center field. Huber rounding third. The throw home is a good one. They put on the brakes late. Runners at the corners with 1 out. Nice play from Skylar Jersey out in right field. It looked originally like that was going to be enough to score Josh Huber.
Designated hitter number 7.
Great throw in, would have beat him by a mile. Now runners at the corners with 1 out. Tavern blends it, and they are going to run Hunter Schlegel for Adam Harvey, who is halfway to the cycle.
Into the game on a bases, number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
Blends it, Jackson Belizik coming up. All guys who entered this season with 0 varsity experience. Blanzett and Jackson spent last year on the JV roster. Belizik, a freshman, and they've all played major roles in this Creekside team throughout this 2024 campaign. Schlegel on it first. First pitch up and away to Tavern Blanzett. The pinch runner for McFarland, Josh Huber on third. Pinch runner for Adam Harvey, Hunter Schlegel stands on first. Saw one night caught stealing earlier. Be a little more hesitant probably to send him. Lands it back up the middle. That is Glove. Stepping on second for 1. It's a double play to end the inning. Tough break for the Creekside Knights. It is still 2-2 headed into the 5th. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Top of the 5th inning, still deadlocked at 2. Creekside threatened there in the 4th, got the leadoff walk. Sack bunt got Josh Huber running for McFarland into scoring position. And a nice play from Skylar Jersey in right field, kept a run off the board and held Huber up on 3rd. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Tavern Blanzik grounding into a double play to end the inning. Now 9-1-2 coming up for the Wildcats, leading things off in the 5th. Ryder Simon. One count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch from Matt Bysham. Close, just missed, 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 away, and that brings up Jacob Butts. He's 1 for 2.
Number 15, Jacob Butts.
Butts, a very dangerous hitter. 81 plate appearances heading into tonight, batting .366. Slider misses down and away, 1-0. Full windup and the pitch. Slow chopper, that one is foul, 1-1 on the leadoff man. Mentioned earlier, the great crowd went down to grab some water during the pitching change for Creekside, and we got people standing all the way back to the walkway, jam-packed down there. Close pitch, doesn't get the call, 2-1. It's about a sellout in Freedom. It's about as sold out as Freedom Field can get. The 3-1 pitch from Bysham. Ground ball, first base. 2 gone in the 5th inning. That brings up Montanez, who doubled in a run his last time up.
Hayden Montanez.
Goes Montanez, then the dangerous combo of Isert and Jersey behind him, just trying to get on base, get a 2-out rally going as they did in the 1st. It was actually Isert who tripled in that scenario, and this time a base hit for Montanez. 1 on, 2 out. Jake Isert, the next one up.
Bring to the plate, the
grounded into a double play. Or he didn't ground into one, he flew into one. In the 3rd inning. Hit a line drive center field. Aschenfelder came over, made the catch, and then gunned out Montanez, who's on first base right now, trying to get from 2nd to 3rd. Strike 1. Pickoff move. Almost had him at first base. Bysham set. Readies for the 0-1. Just missing up and away. Ball on the strike now on Jake Isert. Not 100% sure if we'll see him back on the mound to start the 5th. Been good out there. A little bit of damage in the last couple innings, however, as Harvey makes a nice job. Nice play. jumping up and keeping that one from sneaking in the right field corner on the pickoff throw. Slider away, 2-1. Izard, as I mentioned earlier, leads the Wildcats in all major offensive categories among qualified hitters. Goes the opposite way, right field line, foul ball, 2-2. Batting .371, slugging at the .700 mark heading into tonight. 4 home runs, 19 ribeyes. Two out, one on, the 2-2 pitch. Down and away, full count. Don't want to walk a man into scoring position with 2 outs. Feel like you're going to challenge him here, and Izard going to be waiting for it. The payoff pitch. Chop foul, staying alive, Jake Izard. Skylar Jersey singled in a run in the first. He's on deck. The 3-2. Fly ball, left field. That could be dangerous. Jackson going back. Makes the catch in front of the wall. A loud out number 3 to retire the side. Still 2-2 heading into the bottom of the 5th. We got a good one at Freedom Field.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Bottom of the 5th inning. 8-9-1 coming up, first time through. These guys did damage. Jackson walked, Belichick doubled, scoring a run, and then top of the order, Parker Morton, the 2-hole hitter, able to drive in Belichick to tie the game in the 3rd. Jake Izard back out for his 5th inning of work. Back up the middle, Jackson nets a base hit to lead off the 5th. Zach Jackson having a good night, makes a nice catch, running back to the wall to end the top of the 5th inning right here with a single to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Led off the 3rd inning with a walk and ended up scoring the first run of the game for Creekside. Pickoff move back safely is Jackson. Close play, but Simon dropped the ball. Belichick doubled down the left field line his first time up, slaps this one to center. It is caught, one away. One out, one on, back to the top of the order, and they've had action in the bullpen for Winter Park, and it looks like they're still going to stick with Eisert. Top of the order so far, 1 for 6 against Jake Eisert. Jackson has got 8 stolen bases over there on first. First pitch misses, 1-0 on Sean Aschenfelder. Two-0 count on the Creekside leadoff man, and he's doing this ball game. Aschenfelder, these counts, typically patient. Swings, misses, check throw first, Jackson safe. Now a 2-1 count on Aschenfelder. That one gets to the backstop. Jackson into scoring position. Now a 3-1 count on Aschenfelder, and if you wonder if they just put him on right here, no reason to pitch to Sean Aschenfelder. Base open at first, 1 out. Get a force at any base. Parker Morton on deck, though he did drive in a run in the third. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, sent to center. Might be a little too much on it. Jackson's breaking for third. The catch is dropped. Jackson trying for home. They throw it to third. It's 3-2 Creekside. That was an aggressive move to third base for Zach Jackson. And in the end, it pays off. Thought for a second that Jacob Butts made the catch out in center field, but dropped right in front of the glove. It's a double for Aschenfelder, and it is 3-2, first lead of the night for Creekside. I think Butts didn't realize that Jackson was trying for third. He threw it to third when Jackson was headed for home. It allowed him to score. First pitch, hits Morton. 2 on, 1 out. And Sid Cash coming out of the dugout. That is going to do it for Jake Eisert. Got off to a strong start. Creekside starting to get to him here recently. And currently he is in line for the loss if the result stands. They're moving to Jacob Sams. 3-4-5 coming up for Creekside when we return. After this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jax 24/7. Download the Action News Jax Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jax 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
2 on, 1 out. And a 3-2 lead for the Creekside Knights. Their first lead of the night coming off the double from Sean Aschenfelder. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. As Ty Martineau steps up to face Jacob Sams, making his 12th appearance. He leads this team in innings pitched with 35.2. 3-2 record with an ERA at 2.36, trying to play damage control. 3-4-5 coming up, 2 on, 1 out. First pitch, strike. Little sidearm release from Jacob Sams. A 1 count on Ty Martineau. Looks back, Aschenfelder at second. Final line on the starter, Eisert. Goes 4 1/3, allowing 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, responsible for the 2 on base. Walk 2, did not strike out a batter. That's one thing Creekside has done very well, is putting the ball in play, not striking out. Heading into the night, they had struck out just 18% of the time at the plate. Through 4 1/3, nobody down via the strikeout. We'll see if Sams can change that. Martineau skies this one high in the air, right center field, tracking Skylar Jersey, makes the catch. He'll throw into the cutoff man. Runners stay put, 2 on, 2 out for Carson McFarland.
Now batting with 2 away, the catcher, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Already a big inning in this game as Creekside has the lead in the bottom of the 5th. But if McFarland can find a way to manufacture Aschenfelder from second base, that will be huge in this game. First pitch swinging, fouls it back 0-1. Game changer rolled that hit from Aschenfelder to be a single. Up and in, 1-1 on Carson McFarland. Reached on a walk and flew out so far in this ball game. Jacob Sams came in, got the fly out. Looking to get McFarland to retire the side. 1-1 taken outside. Abear tried to bring that pitch back into the zone unsuccessfully. Two balls and a strike. This hitter's count. Sams does not want to miss the zone and make it 3-1. Time called at the plate. The 2-1 pitch popped up, out of play, 2-2. Winter Park at one point leading 2-0 in this game. The 7 seed trying to upset the 2 seed Creekside in the first round. The Knights are able to get 2 back in the third. First lead of the night for them in the bottom of the 5th after the RBI base hit from Aschenfelder. 2 on, 2 out, 2 strikes, 2 balls. Runners in motion, swung on and missed, strike 3. That retires the side, but Creekside takes the lead heading into the 6th. It's 3-2 Knights when we return.
Hey Creekside baseball fans, tonight's game is brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Just like a skilled batter stepping up to the plate, Brightway Insurance hits it out of the park every time. As one of Florida's largest independent insurance agencies, they've got a lineup that covers all the bases: home, auto, boat, RV, you name it. They handle everything from jewelry to small business insurance. And here's the best part. With access to over 60 carriers, they're like having a whole team working for you. Let Brandon and his team play ball on your behalf, finding the perfect policy for the perfect price. Don't let your current agent strike out on service. Switch to Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Call or text 904-297-7970. Play ball with confidence. With Brightway, you're always safe at home.
Top of the 6th inning. Winner of this game will go on to face the winner of Lake Mary and Lake Brantley. Score update from the Orlando area. Lake Mary in the top of the 5th, leading Lake Brantley by a score of 3-1. However, Lake Brantley with 2 on, nobody out. Tying run on first, go-ahead run at the plate. And back here at Creekside, Winter Park, a little speech from head coach Sid Cash heading into the 6th, and a lot of noise coming from that dugout. Heart of the order against Nat Bysham in the 6th. Led off by Skylar Jersey, the 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. Sid Cash, Jr., in his 6th season as Winter Park head coach, a native of Winter Park. Been very successful as head coach of the Wildcats with a record of 96-47. Played collegiately at Florida State. Post pitch 3-1. His father, also named Sid Cash, coached a Maitland team to the Little League World Series back in 2005, so it's in the genes. Was able to guide this team to their first playoff win since 2014 last year. Made it to the regional finals. There's a foul ball. Still 3-2. Trying to work that same magic this year in the same round 1 opponent. And for Matt Bysham and the Creekside Knights, they need to get through this heart of the order. The 3-2. Line drive, center field. Aschenfelder makes the catch, 1 away. Incinelli, the next one up. He's 0 for 2.
Shortstop, number 17, Isaac Incinelli.
Other score updates from the bracket. Bartram Trail playing Spruce Creek. Currently trail the Hawks 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th. 2 out, 2 in scoring position for Spruce Creek. 1 out, first pitch swinging, fouling it off is the shortstop Incinelli. Flew out to right, grounded out to short so far in this ballgame. Swung on and missed, 0-2. An 0-2 count on Isaac Incinelli. The pitch. Fouled away, he stays alive. Another 2-strike pitch. Down the left field line, foul. And another score update from Orlando. Timber Creek, the 1 seed, just hanging on over Flagler Palm Coast, still 1-0 in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-2, ground ball, first base foul. I was actually surprised. I did not see that coming where Flagler snuck into the playoffs. I think a lot of people saying that it seemed like maybe DeLand or Atlantic Coast deserved it more than them. They're trying to put those doubts to rest and come up with the big-time first-round upset. Got to get some runs, though, to do so. Another 0-2 pitch. Up high. Good take from Incinelli, 1-2. Battling things out, making Bisham work. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, center field, going back, Ashenfelder makes the catch. 2 gone. Abear, the next one up.
Two-way, the catcher number 3, Michael Abear.
Matt Bisham sitting at 47 pitches. You wonder who Creekside's going to go ahead and start on Friday. Most likely going to end up going Gavin Dupre back-to-back now, as he only went 34 pitches. Pitch count limit is 105 in a week. Strike 1 on Abear. So you could get some good length out of Dupre and even bring Bisham back in if he keeps this going. For Dupre, the pitch count actually 95 being a freshman. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside, and you got to wear that. Get on base with 2 outs. Instead, still a 1-2 count on the catcher, Abear. Got him looking at strike 3. Matt Bisham sets the heart of the order down in order. Creekside trying to add some insurance ahead of the 7th. They lead 3-2.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Creekside took the lead for the first time in this game in the bottom of the 5th. Now trying to add some insurance ahead of the 7th. Take a look there at Knights head coach Chris King. Coach King in his 7th season as Creekside head coach took them to the Final Four back in 2019. They have not won a state playoff game in exactly 3 years. Their last playoff win came on May 7th, 2021 down in Orlando against Winter Springs, a 5-2 win in which Colby Frieda was great on the mound. Now, trying to come away with a victory at home. This is the first time that a team coached by Chris King has hosted a state playoff game. And if they win, they'll do it again Friday night. As Bisham first pitch swinging. 0-1. Creekside Baseball brought to you in part by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage, Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, and Triple Crown Fence. Call it at 305-331-9377. A 1-1 count on the Creekside right fielder. 0 for 1 with a sac bunt on the line. Misses on that pitch from Sam's, 1-2. If you're just tuning in, Winter Park had an early 2-0 lead. Bisham down on strikes. 1 away. Plated 1 on a 2-out rally in the first, 1 again in the third. Creekside was able to tie it up, make it 2-2 in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Took the lead just a half inning ago, or an inning ago. Harvey drives one to left, going back and making the catch is Chase Carney. Some on a little bit of a trip in left field, but able to make the catch. 2 away. Tavern Blanzett up to the plate. Michael Bisham not going out to the bullpen, which tells me most likely they're sticking with Matt in the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Fought off 0-2. Oh, 0-2 count on Blanzett. Takes high, 1-2. Flown out and grounded into a double play in this one. Ball and 2 strikes. He's down swinging to retire the side. Jacob Sams gets the job done. Sets the Knights down in order. Creekside trying to close it out when we return on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall
at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Here we go. Winter Park making some noise as they have got 7, 8, 9 coming up. Creekside making some noise as well, as the Knights currently stand 3 outs away from advancing to round 2. They got to get those 3 outs first. It's Carney, Gonzalez, Simon, led off by Chase Carney, who in this game 2 for 2. Takes strike 1, ball and a strike. The 1-1 from Bisham. Skied out to center. Coming in, Aschenfelder. He makes the catch, 1 away. 1 out.
Now
Gavin
one
Gonzalez,
away.
the next one up.
The designated hitter number 25, Gavin Gonzalez.
Gonzalez, the DH, has flown out and lined out. Score update from Lake Mary and Lake Brantley. Lake Brantley now with a 4-3 lead as Morton fires across the diamond. 2 gone in the 7th. 1 out away, Matt Bisham and the Creekside Knights.
Now, but they go 2 away. The third
Sitting at
baseman, number
56
8,
pitches in this ball game.
Correction, my bad. This is a substitute, number 5.
And we've got a pinch hitter.
Cole Blaylock.
First appearance of the night for Cole Blaylock. The junior hitting just 176 on the season. And the fate of his team and whether they stay alive or not rests in his hands. Foul ball, 0-1. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Down below the zone. A ball and a strike. Slider away. 2-1 on Blaylock. The 2-1 pitch. Strike 2.
Let's go, boys.
2 outs and a 2-2 count to advance to the regional semifinals. Ground ball to second. Nighttime. Creekside takes it 3-2 over the Winter Park Wildcats. The same team that mercy ruled them in round 1 just a year ago. They knock him off in a come-from-behind win at home. They will go on to face the winner of Lake Brantley and Lake Mary Friday night at 7 o'clock right back here at Freedom Field and on Schlick Sports. But until then, I am Noah Schlicksup signing off, saying see you next time here on Schlick Sports.